Tell him I got to level up now. Check, 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 check. Can you hear that, Chris? Check.
Social media alerts.
Everybody just wants to tell me whenever they're ready. He's a county. Some kitchen. Okay. He's one of our local people. Okay, good. He does a good job.
It's not as hot as it normally be. Last time I was here in July.
Warm enough with that suit, though.
Can't wear what you wear.
You don't want to.
I wore it before. Mecklenburg County.
Yeah, that's a big county.
We waiting. Spoke too soon.
All right, everybody good? All right, I'd first like to thank you all for coming out on such short notice. I'm Sheriff Tommy Wooten, the sheriff here in Pasquotank County. I'm sure most of y'all know who I am by this point. So we're here today to make a public announcement on the settlement of the lawsuit that we have in the unfortunate death of Mr. Andrew Brown, that case. So, you know, I still want to give my sincerest condolences to the Brown family. There's not a whole lot you can say to make that much better. So, but it happened. You know, we're going to try to stay positive and move forward from here, and stay positive for my deputies here at the Sheriff's Office and the Sheriff's Office as a whole to move forward. And let's see, just to bring some closure to the events that have taken place since last year. So I'd like to thank all y'all again for being here. I will tell you on a side note, what I wanted to say, I'm sorry, is that we've had a lot of good things with the Sheriff's Office as far as training that have come through this. We have severely advanced our training to be able to do our job more efficiently. So I wanted to point that out. With that being said, I'm keeping my end short and sweet. I have Mr. Harry Daniels, who's plaintiff's attorney, and I'm going to let him take it from here. Harry?
Thank you, Sheriff. We filed this lawsuit back in July of last year, and we made it clear this case was not about finance, but about family. This settlement do exactly what we intended to do and take care of Andrew Brown Jr.'s children for years to come. There's no amount of money that can recover or take place the loss that the family is experiencing and will continue to experience for years to come. But as a civil counsels, our jobs would come in to bring light to this and to secure an award of some type for the family. And we've done this here in this case. A lot of things have came out of this. I believe the Pasquotank County, the City Council Advisory Board, to look more closely into things that's happening here, dealing with law enforcement. And the main thing that we want to express here is this case, this claim, this lawsuit is about Andrew Brown Jr. Nothing more, nothing less. It's about Andrew Brown Jr. His life he lived, and about his children, making sure that their dreams did not die with their father on that day. With that being said, I'm going to let Ms. Lassiter come in and make some statements. She is a local counsel here in North Carolina. I just reiterate some of the things I'm saying here. So, Ms. Lassiter.
This community has come together during these difficult times, and I am proud to be a part of this community in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. As my counsel has stated, my co-counsel has stated, this is about family, and the goal is to take care of Andrew Brown Jr.'s children and his legacy and his family, and that's what we have been striving to do and bring justice as well. Thank you.
Anything else? Me?
No, sir.
All right. I know this is a release, and I'm sure you will have some type of questions. I know the sheriff, I don't believe you're taking any questions. Is that my understanding?
Because of the federal investigation, yeah, I'm
Right.
very limited in what I can still say until
Right.
that's still pending.
So I will open up for some questions, not a whole lot, but if anybody have any questions, we'll try our best to answer those questions.
If you could just, thank you again for having us here today. The last 14 months, this has been at the forefront of the city, around this region, and frankly around the country for quite some time. Leading up to today, I mean, how do you reflect back on these last 14 months that this city, the family, everyone has went through regarding this whole case?
This is Eastern North Carolina. I'm not from here. Ms. Lasser's from here, and I know that a lot happened during that time. This county, the city, the world spotlight was on Elizabeth City. I believe that time heals things. Time have passed. It's a lot of healing that still need to take place. I think this is a good step towards that. And the Pasquotank County and the Sheriff Office are realizing that settlement need to happen here. The kids need to be taken care of, regardless positions of the parties, our position, their position. But we understand that steps need to be taken towards healing, and this is a good step towards healing to move past what happened.
For you as counselors and also for the family, do you believe that this settlement represents justice for Andrew Brown Jr.?
This case is about the family. I'm not going to go into a settlement amount. You can get $100 million. You cannot change the fact that Andrew Brown is gone. So as long as his children is taken care of, that was our goal, and that's what happened here.
Do you think that this sets a precedent for these kinds of actions, and if so, are you happy with that precedent?
What do you mean precedent?
A settlement of this size for a family when something like this happens?
No cases alike, so you never know. All cases are different. So when y'all ask questions, identify yourself so we'll know. So any other questions?
Paul Nielsen with Daily Advance. Now that the case is, this part is closed, when will the body cam coverage and the SBI report be released?
Well, you guys' attorney is obviously having cases going on. They're trying to seek the body cams in this case. I think the sheriff has have openly tried to release the body cam. So that's a process that's going in the North Carolina courts. So we'll see what happens.
Terry, Tim with ABC 11. In talking with people from the community, they're not happy with this settlement. They want to still see a conviction of these deputies.
It's an ongoing federal investigation. Our job is civil lawyers. We're not the prosecutors. I made that very clear. I don't represent Pasquotank County. I represent the Andrew Brown family here in a civil action. That's up for the Department of Justice, for the federal government to decide if whether criminal charges can be brought.
Sheriff, does this settlement represent guilt on the part of your deputies?
I'm not going to answer that. Sorry.
Sheriff, you talk about Tim with ABC 11. You talk about advanced training, and I think that is going to be necessary. In talking with people from the community, there's still a lack of trust and concern for black children and adults. What type of training is going to happen to keep something like this from happening again?
Well, just like Mr. Daniels had just spoke on that, so I will speak on that with the Citizen Advisory Council. It's something that I've wanted to do for about 4 years. Perfect timing. There's a time for everything. That's going to happen. That will involve the community members, all facets of our community. The Advisory Council will look like the community we serve, and they will be our liaison and our voice to our stakeholders within our community, and that's where that trust is going to begin to build with that Advisory Council, which has started. I believe there's a meeting tonight, so we're going to go from there and build it into the people. In reference to the trust issue, I, as your sheriff, have worked very hard to make changes before this and during this to ensure transparency, and those type of things, so we can talk to people more openly, without violating any laws.
Sheriff, have your deputies gone through any racial equity training? Have your deputies gone through any racial equity training, and if so, when?
We get juvenile minority sensitivity training every year, and it comes in different categories, but every year we do get that.
Sheriff Alex with Channel 13. What is the latest with the officers who responded on that day? Are they still with the department? Can you give an update on that?
I'll wait on that.
Attorney, I've advised to not ask questions about since the pending criminal investigation. It is public knowledge whether they're still employed with the sheriff's office. We'd be glad to provide that information at another time.
Sheriff, Zach Dahlheimer, WTKR. Following up to Tim's question earlier, you mentioned that since what happened last year, there's been training going on. Can you elaborate more on exactly what training has gone on with your deputies?
Well, we train every day. It's no secret to nobody. In today's society, law enforcement is not what it was 20 years ago. Everybody here knows that. So the type of training that we have had more advanced training to capitalize, like example, de-escalation techniques and stuff. We have, had opportunities given to us by the county to be able to, afford such trainings. So we really have, it's advanced trainings that we have had to better equip us.
Warren Howard with Spectrum News. Has any changes been made to your body camera policy? I know that it was a struggle getting body camera video last time. Have you made any upgrades to that type of equipment?
I'll get back with you on that.
Is there a reason that the family isn't standing here for this press conference?
I'm sorry?
The family of Andrew Brown Jr., did they not wish to attend this press conference, or?
We're here. We're the attorneys. We're here representing the family.
Okay.
Mr. Daniels, how much of the settlement money will the family get?
That's confidential. Any other questions?
From a civil lawsuit standpoint, is there anything else moving forward, or is everything else now?
The civil lawsuit, at this point, a settlement has been reached. It is all essence, maybe some administrative things with the court, but it's complete.
Lauren with Spectrum News. Have you spoken to the family today? What is their, if they're not here to represent them, or you're representing them, have they said anything regarding the settlement? Are they happy?
Like I told you, the settlement was designed to make sure Andrew Brown's children are taken care of. It does that for years to come. I emphasize that for years to come. You can read between the lines as such, but they are satisfied with the settlement. Obviously, they want other things to take place, but at this point, for the civil matter, they are satisfied.
Can you clarify how many children Andrew Brown Jr. has?
I believe they have 5 minors and 2 adults, children.
And all 7 of them will get a portion of the settlement.
That's confidential information.
Question for the sheriff. This is Maddie Torres with WITN News.
Yes, ma'am.
What is your goal for the next year, the next coming years as a leader for your deputies to ensure something like this wouldn't happen again?
We'll continue training.
All right, any other questions? Nope. Going once. I'm sure y'all gonna swarm me later, but all right. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.